9/11. Never forget. And all I gotta say is thank God that we were able to find those passports with those hijackers' names and faces after they flew a jetliner into a building. And you all saw it. Thank God that those passports remained intact and floated all the way down and landed right into, law enforcement's pockets. Thank God for that. Because, man, we would probably still never know who did it. It's just that stuff right there. That's how you know God's real right there. It's a miracle. It's insulting. Okay? We'll never forget because of all the people that are waking up today. Those 3,000 people did not die in vain because they probably woke up 3,000 people today. You get the youth, the young ones who are learning about 9/11, see it's an anniversary, so they look into it and they be like, what the hell is that? What? That building just fell on its own. What's going on? Waking people up. So that we'll never forget. And they're directly responsible for waking up so many people. I would say it's been around the same number that died, around 3,000 people each year since about, it get fewer and fewer as we get closer. Like the first anniversary probably didn't wake up, I don't know, but 500 or so. I don't know these things for sure, these numbers, but I know they're waking people up. Because at the very least, you can't watch the documentaries, you can't look at the footage, you can't listen to the interviews, you can't, just know about 9/11 and all the details of it without losing every bit of trust that you have in our government. And the powers that be. All trust eroded. Media, that's the catalyst for so many people, for waking up so many people. And it was for me, really, when I look back on it. It's never like one moment where you learn everything, but it's the catalyst to your, research that you do, the deep dive, just the trust that you lose. So yeah, never forget, and we never will. But what I really want to bring up today was, why aren't we questioning these fires that are happening? Why is nobody suspicious at all? I put a gun to my head. I do not believe these are natural wildfires. Sorry. Maybe I am too suspicious. I won't argue that. But I'd rather be too suspicious than just naive as hell. Like, just taking their word that these are, natural disasters. It's so convenient, the climate change debate. So many people have just jumped aboard the climate change narrative, the belief that we're responsible for all the natural disasters that go on. I don't want to really get into all that, but it's just so convenient for them for so many reasons that anything happens, they can just stamp it with climate change. Bing, climate change, our fault, okay. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the theory of climate change as a whole, and I'm not buying that, these fires are from climate change, or that they're just straight up natural wildfires. Look around. Look at the cities. What are they doing? They're burning them down. Why do we forget about that just because it's happening in a forest? Like, I just suspect some foul play, because that's what these foul people do. You don't know what they're capable of. You don't realize it. You argue with people I argue with people. I don't know who else out there is speaking up for the truth. I don't. I mean, besides, the main players, I don't hear anybody else. But I argue with these people, and, they sound just like the news. They sound just like CNN. They sound just like NBC, the mainstream media. And you say, stop listening to the mainstream media. And they say, oh, I don't listen to them. I'm hip. I'm cool. I don't get my information from them. Well, you sound just like them. You're preaching the same things, saying word for word the same shit. That's the thing here. That's what's so dangerous. You people don't even realize that you are getting your information from the mainstream media. Just because you don't specifically tune into CNN or specifically tune into NBC or whatever, it's the overarching theme. It's the overwhelming narrative for everything. Like, you don't have to listen specifically to hear it. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You're still hearing it, and you're not filtering it out. You've got to stand guard at the door of your mind. I think that's Tony Robbins who said that. You've got to. Otherwise, this false information just leaks in, and, it's at the top. It's the articles at the top of the Google page. It's the videos at the top of the YouTube feed. It's the, the posts at the top of your Facebook feed. It's the background noise that you hear from the news as you walk by the television. You don't have to tune in specifically to hear it, and you're taking it in, you're gorging it, and then you spill it back out whenever, a topic comes up and you think you know what you don't. So just pay attention. Don't be so naive. Don't be so gullible. Focus on, these things and think worst case scenario. What just because, what if? Think what if. Think, what if these crazy conspiracy theorists are right? Just think that for a second. Be like, would it make sense for them to do this if those theories were true? And plug it in. Just think. When did we lose the ability to think? Nobody's thinking anymore. We're just I'm just gonna become repetitive here, but we've got to start thinking for ourselves. People, don't listen to me. Just think for yourself. Listen to everything. Listen. Pay attention. You people think you're so cool for not being political. Everything's political. Life is political. You are political by staying neutral, and you're not even staying neutral. You're if you say you're neutral, you're probably on that side, on the the mainstream side. You just don't realize it. So it's not cool. It's not hip. You're just stupid. You're naive. You're dangerous. Lack of information, true information, is dangerous. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're saying. You got to know what you're spewing. Okay, so question everything, especially in these times. Okay, and especially, an entire coastline burning. Maybe, don't just take what they say at face value. Maybe question it. Because I haven't heard anything. And all you people that woke up today due to anniversary 9/11, welcome aboard. Never forget. And yeah, when are you dummies gonna stop being dumb? It's getting really old.